Welcome to Raven from Valhalla, a sportscast podcast produced by the Valhalla Sports Talk YouTube channel. My name is Jeff Cran, but most of the berserkers and homies on my YouTube channel call me Valhalla. Raven from Valhalla will be recorded live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and aired on the Valhalla Sports Talk YouTube channel. It will then be available in audio form on Google Podcasts with distribution to sites like Spotify and iHeartRadio. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy today's show. Good day, everybody. It's Thursday, June 1st, 2023, Season 1, Episode 1. Season 1, Episode 1. You only get one Episode 1, y'all. But a brand new deal here. Going to start producing a podcast daily. So really excited about this. It isn't going to be something totally different, but my hope is that it brings some new eyes and ears to the Valhalla Sports Talk YouTube channel. As we go live today, we're sitting at about 12,200 subscribers on the channel. We're about 30 videos short from hitting that 1,000 uploads mark. About 95% of that is live stream watch parties for my favorite teams. Of course, the Minnesota Vikings, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the LA Lakers, the LA Kings, as well as some NASCAR. But yeah, we're really excited. It's going to be a new deal. Every day we'll come in and we'll talk about the day that just passed as far as sports is concerned and take a look at the day that is happening. But yeah, it should be definitely an interesting deal. I literally have no idea what I'm doing or how all this works. But after this show ends, presumably, according to videos that I've seen, this will get uploaded to Google Podcast, who will then distribute it to all the major podcast platforms such as Spotify and iHeartRadio. I do have some folks in the chat. I appreciate y'all checking in on me today. But yeah, I'm really excited here, man. This is going to be something totally different and a challenge, to say the least. The goal on the show, as it evolves from episode 1, of course, is to start bringing in guests from the Valhalla Sports Talk Discord channel. We'll probably bring a video element in as well if I believe that is needed. But definitely episode 1. You only get one, everybody. You only get one episode 1. But just kind of starting it off here, what we'll do is we'll start going through the different leagues. So we'll take a trip. The Raven will bring us the information from the NFL. So NFL, we're sitting here, we're about, I don't know, we're less than 100 days out from the start of the NFL regular season. And a lot of things have gone on, obviously. Everything that goes on during a regular NFL offseason. The draft has taken place. Teams have let go of players, have brought some players in. But at the 100-day out mark, probably the biggest thing that has been talked about in the last few weeks here has been like the rule changes. The biggest one that has caused the most controversy has been the fair catch rule. Now, apparently, they can fair catch the ball anywhere inside the 25, and no matter where they fair catch it at, the ball will be brought out to the 25. And there's some teams that are very angry about it. But I think the whole goal here is the NFL obviously is trying to make this a product that is around in the long term. They've already paid out 2 rather large lawsuits. And so they're trying to figure out how they can have the NFL be a thing 20 years from now and how they cannot be sued on a regular basis for concussions and the like. So we'll see how that all goes. The other stuff that seems to be going around the league right now is obviously you've got a number of big name players that are still out there unsigned. Um, Ezekiel Elliott looking for work. Dalvin Cook likely to be released by the Minnesota Vikings today. So a lot of stuff to filter out before the NFL gets their deal going. But it less than 100 days, y'all, and time travels fast. No doubt about that. Really appreciate the folks checking in on the chat there. I've lost my train of thought here. So this is what happens when you're learning how to do something new, right? Yeah, the NFL, without a doubt, is probably the big ticket item, right? I mean, I think the NFL is the strongest league, without a doubt. They get the most views, but should be an interesting season. Of course, my Vikings. I hope that they get it going. Yeah, I think he'll be either released or traded. Loggy Raider, definitely. Definitely. I think it has to happen today though, because this is a big day, June 1st. But now as I'm looking at this, maybe there is an opportunity to talk to the chat. This is what'll be different for me on this whole deal is because I'm used to reading all the comments and talking to everybody. But there is definitely some excitement out there for the NFL. If you do a quick Twitter search, the other thing there is the rumors about Tom Brady maybe coming back. We all know that he presumably bought ownership in the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, today he came out. I believe it was ESPN that was on the story. He came out today and said he is definitely not coming back to the NFL and that he is ready and excited to handle his new Fox duties that I believe paid him upwards of $50 million. So that's kind of where we're at on the NFL side. Let's take another trip down memory lane here. We're going to head over to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, y'all. So this is where the bread and butter is on the channel, right? The Dodger live stream watch parties. We're a third of the way through the MLB season at this point, right? Third of the way through. Lots of teams vying for positions here. Probably the biggest surprise of the MLB season is the performance of the Tampa Bay Rays. All the rule changes in MLB this year, in my opinion, have enhanced the game. They've made them go by faster. I think it's a better brand of baseball. The elimination of the shift has brought back the stolen base to baseball as well. And the Tampa Bay Rays exemplify what these new rules mean because they are stealing bases. They are hitting for power, hitting for average as well. And they've parlayed that into a 40-18 start here. And they lead that American League East at this point of the season. Your other division leaders, the Twins in the Central, 29-27. They're doing the same thing. They're playing small ball, move the runner forward, score runs, right? So Texas Rangers lead the West. Then in the National League, you got the Braves and Acuna leading that. The Mets have been kind of a disappointment, but they're still in second place. And then Central Division, you got the Brewers leading the way, followed by the Pittsburgh Pirates. And of course, in the one that's most important to this channel, we've got the Dodgers still in the lead in the National League West by a half game over the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks aren't going anywhere. They're playing this new rule thing, right? They're stealing bases. They're a fast, lightning fast team. And so I expect they'll be there the entire time. We have bigger bases where as well. The Rays run a good franchise, says Mark. They definitely do. I think they've got some work to do on the stadium front, but they're learning how to do it. They got to get more people in those stands, though, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I'm pretty excited where MLB is right now and where it's headed. And I think it's going to be an exciting second 2/3 of the season. I just hope our Dodgers are there at the end. Trade deadline coming up fairly shortly here, I think, in the MLB. And so I'm excited about that as well because we know the rumors that have been persisting. I've probably helped with those rumors, but will Shohei Ohtani end up donning Dodger blue by the end of the season? Or do we wait till the end of the season and make a play for him then? But yeah, let's move on to the next segment, y'all. The NBA. The NBA, the Raven bringing in the news. NBA, of course, their finals start tonight. The Denver Nuggets will be hosting the Miami Heat. So a battle of a 1 seed versus, I believe, a 8 or a 7. I can't remember, but Miami struggled to get into these playoffs. But now they are headed to Denver for the NBA Finals. One thing I wanted to do on this podcast, I've always been asked on my channel what my opinion is about things, and I am not exactly, I don't want to say I'm not an opinionated person, but I am not a person that likes to push my opinions on others. But I think on this podcast, one thing that I will try to do is give my opinion more than I have in the past. But as far as the NBA Finals are concerned, I don't think anyone is going to stop this Denver Nuggets team. I think Jokic and Murray, as well as Michael Porter Jr., are going to give the Miami Heat more than they can handle. And I really think this will be a sweep. I think Denver will sweep the Miami Heat, and they will get their first Larry O'Brien trophy. A lot of people saying, let's go Heat. Miami will have their hands full. Flame thinks Heat in 7. Yeah, I think this is a sweep, y'all. I don't think it's going to be rather close. Personally, I think that this is going to be a dominant performance by the Denver Nuggets, and I think the Heat will run out of gas here. Bobby says he don't have no trouble pushing his opinion. Doesn't have no trouble. So now, as the finals are going on, you got the teams that are not in the finals, obviously fishing or doing whatever they're doing. As for my Lakers, what happens with them next, I don't really know. I know that there's one name in particular that I want them to keep, and that's Austin Reeves. And I would also like them to find a way to find room for Hachimura on that roster. As far as going out to get, this Irvin guy, I don't know. I don't know why the Lakers would do something like that, because we just literally went through that whole scenario where we had a bunch of young, talented players, and we, instead of trying to develop them and make them into something, we shipped them off, and now we're seeing how well they're doing for other teams around the NBA. When you get Heat and Nuggets together, one is going to get cooked. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. So the other thing on these podcasts that I saw is that they're not lengthy for the most part. They tend to keep them less than a half hour, less than 45 minutes. Initially, I thought this would go, like an hour and a half, but without a guest or without someone to bounce thoughts off of, it's tough filling air with just my voice. So we'll have to move that forward and start trying to find out ways to bring people into these podcasts. But yeah, that's where we're at on the NBA. So now on to the NHL, y'all. The NHL Saturday. Saturday, the NHL starts their Stanley Cup final playoff. You've got the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They will be hosting the Florida Panthers. So the NHL likely is in a scenario where they're like, oh crap, we didn't get a big market team. Our ratings are going to suck. And I think that's probably what will occur. This Las Vegas Golden Knight team, however, is exciting, and they are very likely, in my opinion, to hoist Lord Stanley's Cup for the first time. But will this Florida Panthers team make it interesting or close? That'll all start on Saturday night in Vegas. My team, of course, in the NHL is the Los Angeles Kings. It was an impressive year for them, I think. I think the Kings overperformed expectations, and I look forward to what they will do in the offseason here. Lane thinks the Panthers will win it. Maybe start taking some ego pills to increase podcast performance. Yeah. Yeah, I would almost need some ego pills, bro. I would need some ego pills. But yeah, so the NHL doing their deal. They're going to start the Stanley Cup on Saturday. Then we'll move on. Around sports in general, I noticed a headline this morning that um, Messi was going to leave whatever club he's with now and would likely be joining Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia. It's all about the money. All about the money, y'all. So they say that he will probably be out by the end of the season here, and Messi will join Ronaldo in the Saudi Arabian League. In NASCAR is headed out today to they'll be racing at St. Louis this weekend, and so we'll see how that is. I believe that is a newer track on the circuit. Of course, this is Harvick's swan song in NASCAR, and I believe the pace car, or the pre-race portion of the race, is going to be led by the old 29 car. Nobody's opinion should be dismissed. Right on, right on. A quick refresh on the old Twitter here. So June 1st, y'all. June 1st, as we all know, June is Pride Month. So expect that there will be a lot of controversy going on with that whole deal this month as teams have their Pride days or whatever, or wish people happy Pride Month or whatever makes them happy. But of course, everything nowadays has become a lightning rod for one side against the other. And so I imagine that will be something that rears its ugly head for the next 30 days. Um, and so that'll be that. Just a quick glance through Twitter here. Hopkins still out there looking for a team after he got waived by the Arizona Cardinals. There was something I saw yesterday. Shannon Sharp departing Fox Sports, I believe it is. Shannon Sharp's time is done there after the NBA Finals, apparently. He's going to move on and try to find something else to do besides being an annoying Laker fan. Kind of a weird time of the year, y'all, when you got like the finals going in the two leagues. Not a ton of news. It's all about the finals, right? In the NHL and NBA. And the NFL still 100 days out. So really, baseball is the only one that's in their regular season. Yeah, so this is where I'm going to We're only like 20 minutes into this bad boy, but it's episode 1, y'all. It's episode 1, and I'm just kind of learning the whole thing, how to do it, how to make it happen, and I'm curious to see what happens when I turn this bad boy off. Shannon Sharp wants to fight all the LeBron haters. You think that's why, Bobby? You think he quit because of the whole Hamlin thing? Anyway, so this is going to be a short one, y'all. 20 minutes in, so it'll be less than 30 minutes for this first podcast. But it's kind of a test one. Your first one is always the test. I'm curious what happens after I end the stream, how it uploads to Google Podcasts, all that. I was reading something yesterday that it takes 6 days for it to load, which would make it very weird to say the least, because if I'm talking about sports things from the night prior and today, you don't want to be waiting those 6 days for that thing to post. So maybe that was something incorrect that I read, but I want to see how that goes in. But anyway, everybody, I want to thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Raven from Valhalla, a Sportscast podcast. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day. If you're watching today's show on YouTube, please subscribe to the Valhalla Sports Talk channel and give the video a like and turn on that notification bell so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk posts videos or goes live. If you're a Google Podcast listener, please follow the book and bookmark the page. Have a great day, and remember, when a Raven from Valhalla brings the sports news, it just got serious.